Well, afternoon boys and girls. It's looking lovely out there today. Bit of an easterly breeze, but nothing too bad. Nice bit of colour in the water. You can see Williams is already off in the boat, getting some more fish for his shop. I'm not going to go with the trout nets with the old chap. There's a lovely bit of colour in the water, that surprised me. That's about 2.5 hours to the end of the ebb tide, so I'm just going to get the end of the ebb tide, maybe the first of the flood, and drive them sort of thing. So we'll see how it goes. Lovely day for it. I had to put suntan cream on just in case. There's your flag of the lifeboat. That's definitely easterly. The old chap's just holding the boat there, make sure it doesn't come ashore like a true athlete he is. Just give it a nudge off just nearly on the beach. But time to climb in. Well, we just shot the nets away. They're looking lovely because there's an easterly wind, we can't hang on the outside. We then got a motor and go on the inside. Alright, sug nets isn't the best for trout, but the problem is there's so many seals about now, anything in the top 2 or 3 foot, the seals see them from a mile away. Well, if they're deep in the net, these fish up about 22 foot deep, then they've got a bit more of a chance of going past them. Not ideal, but that is what it is. It's a lovely day, little tiny little bit of northerly roll in the water. Nothing too bad, we can live with that. Here the ice cream man going on the beach. We'll get the old man to go ashore and get his ice cream, but I bet you won't have no money on him. Well, just tied the painter on, and now they start pulling tight, sitting on the inside end. The net's look a little bit chittled up, but there you go, that's life. But the good thing is we've got none of them fairy little things on us yet. We like them, they're our favourite. Well, there's the Williams in the old Tomcat, 23 foot Orkney going past. Obviously that's Williams what supply all the fish for the White Swan Fish and Restaurant in Yarmouth Quay. Going along nicely, I don't know why he didn't come inside, but AO. That's an Orkney 23, same as the old chaps, and that's obviously had a cuddy put on it, or splash screen put on it. Made him a lot better boat. Well, we just hauled, but there weren't nothing really there to warrant filming. Unfortunately, the old May weeds turned up. That's all over the nets everywhere, but that's all snotty at the minute. It's like hair gel on every knot. There's tons of May weed. Well, you can see when we hauled, pull all loads of water in the boat. I've already pumped out once, but when you haul with May weed in the nets, obviously tons of water. And we had about 2 inches of water in the boat. If you look now, you can see all the bits of it in the water now. All the little dotty bits, that's all May weed. All the plankton about to die. One thing, we did get 2 smooth hounds. I'll skin them, and me and the old chap and mother, we can have them for tea. I don't really keep the big ones, they're not worth it. I just keep a couple just for tea really. I know anglers say don't keep them, but there are actually thousands and thousands. If I shot these nets in the dark, I'd probably get 100 stone in about 10 minutes. But keeping a couple for tea don't do any harm. That's what's in the chippies, is rock and chips anyway most of the time. So we've been out of court, nothing worth having, but we have got tea. Well, if you look there, we're drifted into like 11 foot of water. And you look at the beach, we're about 200 yards off, so, and this off Scrappy. There ain't a lot of water here, is there? 200 yards off Scrappy, and it's 11, 12 foot of water. Hope there are no hefts on the bottom, because obviously that wind has pushed us ashore a bit. And we'll get hefted up. Well, we're now shooting again. That wind's got up a bit and there's a bit of swell coming over the bank. But it is what it is. Don't worry about it. Well, that's Hemsby there. As you can see where all their sand's gone. Because we're a good couple 100 yards off the beach, easy 250 yards off the beach. And look, I see like 13 foot deep, 12, 13 foot. So basically all the sand has been cut off the beach, cut away and dumped further out. That's life. You know, Eastleigh's picked up now, and the old swell has got over the bank, so it'll make it a bit more lumpier inside here, but you just shot for the first of the flood. The second shoot, all we got with another couple of smooth hands, what you ding back over the side live, because you want the couple for tea. There you go. I'm glad we got the hauler when we're going to haul in this. That'd be horrible trying to haul by hand. There you go. That's life. That's fishing for you. Well, if you look there in the edge of the bin, all that water, that's all sloppy, look like sloppy silt. That's all the May weed starting to die. That then die and then form clumps. See, that's all in the bottom of the boat there, slopping around. There's tons of it. Downside is the old sea trout doesn't like May weed. That's what we call it, slub. But we're now getting the first of the flood now. It's picked up a bit. I don't think we'll shoot anymore. We ain't had a lot, unfortunately. There you go, that's fishing in it. Look at that. I don't think they're touching on the buttons. Well, we just got this shad. Quite rare species. Lovely to see. We'll now get this back. Sometimes we get tons of them in the summer. Well, I'm bloody glad I got this screen up. I'd be getting awfully wet if I didn't. See how water coming over? Water's over that bank, that's a bit moist. There you go. That's part and parcel of fishing. Well, we're now ashore. It ain't so bad here, but down below that was lumpy. God. You had several waves come right over the splash screen and land in the back of the boat. I'm glad I had the pump on. And I'm glad I had that splash screen. I wouldn't have one of them tactiles like them splash screens worth their weight in gold. Well, I better get the tractor started and pull it out before the poor little old boys standing there. You want a cup of tea in a minute. Oh yeah, and one thing we caught, a bloody heron. We caught one heron in 100mm gear. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Well, there's nothing I can do with one heron, so I'm now going to stick this in the pot, in the salt tub, because that's going to get salted down. There's no point in taking one heron to eat, is there? Well, that's me all done and dusted until next time. Hopefully I'll be putting some pots in very soon, so that'll be it. Okay, thanks for watching, boys and girls. Catch you later. Bye.